Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I need everybody to step back. I need everybody to step back. Last time, 4 months we met. Now here we are, man. Tomorrow night, let Calvin say a few words.
Man, shucks. Kenny.
Back in January, Chrisean Rock was 193 pounds. Today she's 159.
She gonna put that work in. You know our favorite saying, yada, yada, yada. Let's get it.
Up to the boxes here. So Danny David, are you
Nice. Say something. I'm giving my coach.
up to the boxes? Let's go. Y'all ready for a show? Yeah. We're about to put on a show for y'all.
Hey, all I got to sit there and say, y'all, all the work we put in here. Because y'all don't understand. Me and the coach over there, we understand when you take a fighter and bring them from scratch, that's major. That's major, you understand? And she ain't missed one day.
Yes, holy hands!
Kenny being nice, she was 200 pounds. We brought her from 200 to 159. Let me explain something to you. She ain't missed one day. I watch her cry. I watch her laugh. No, but y'all missed the moments when we was in there training. I didn't train her for celebrity. She came to me saying, I want to do this. And y'all know what I do. This is what I do. So I'm waiting for that night. I'm like a fan coach right now. I want to see all the work that we put into her that night.
Because you're a real fighter. Like if they react, then because they see you, they know how you are. So if you do that, they don't know how to react. She got so intimidated by you, and she think that if she do that, then it will be chaos.
She could have shadow boxed back. I wouldn't cared. I wouldn't have took it
Yeah,
deep.
but that's not what she was thinking though. She was scared.
Like I was like, Dad.
She got scared. When you turned around, when she turned around, then she wanted to do her thing.
Yeah, and then
then
soon
when
as she turned back around,
and then she went back.
She ain't know which.
Yeah, she moved out
Did
the
you
way,
see
huh?
that she moved out the way?
If anybody shadow box me, I might slap you. Well, I'm gonna shadow box you back, but it might get out of hand. That's how I felt her energy. Yeah, for sure. As soon as I did that, I was like, dang. I don't know what it was, but
the moment the tension hit its peak, you could feel everything shift. Cameras were already rolling, voices stacking over each other, but then it happened. Chrisean Rock turned, eyes locked, energy completely different now. This wasn't the same calm walk-in vibe. This was pressure building in real time. Right across from her stood Zenith Zion, and whatever was said in that split second, it hit deep. You couldn't hear every word, but the reaction said everything. Chrisean's posture tightened, her expression sharpened, and then came the line that froze the room, I might slap you. Not loud, not screamed, but direct enough to cut through all the noise. The crowd reacted instantly, some stepping closer, others backing up, phones raised higher, trying to catch every angle. Security shifted, watching closely, knowing this could flip at any second. The energy wasn't just tense anymore, it was unpredictable. And Chrisean? She didn't move away. She stood her ground, staring straight ahead like she was ready for whatever came next. Because at that moment, this wasn't just a weigh-in anymore. It was personal. The air didn't just feel heavy, it felt electric. Like one wrong move could set everything off. Chrisean Rock stood firm, shoulders squared, eyes locked with Zenith Zion. The distance between them wasn't far, but it felt like a line had already been drawn. Nobody stepped in yet. Nobody dared break that moment, because everyone knew. This wasn't just words anymore. This was pride, ego, respect all colliding at once. The cameras moved closer, phones lifted higher, even the background noise started fading. Like the entire room subconsciously paused to watch what would happen next, Chrisean's jaw tightened slightly. You could see it, the restraint, the internal battle between reacting and holding back. Her breathing slowed, controlled, but her eyes, they didn't soften. If anything, they got sharper. More focused, Zenith shifted her weight forward just a little. Not enough to be obvious, but enough to be felt. That small movement sent a ripple through the people closest to them. A few gasps, a quick shuffle backward. Someone whispered, "Yo, it's about to go down," but still no one touched them, because stepping in too early, that could make it worse. And then it happened again. A voice clear this time, direct, personal. Whatever Zenith said next didn't just land, it hit a nerve. Chrisean's head tilted slightly, almost like she was processing it. But there was no confusion, no hesitation, just a shift. A visible switch flipping behind her eyes. She took one step forward, not aggressive, not rushed. Intentional. And that one step changed everything. Security instantly tensed up, hands half raised, ready to move but waiting for the exact second. The crowd reacted like a wave, people pushing forward for a better look, others pulling back to stay out of reach. The space tightened. The noise came rushing back all at once. Chill, chill. Someone yelled from the side, but nobody was really chilling, because now both of them were fully locked in. Chrisean didn't raise her voice. That was the part that made it even more intense. She spoke again, but lower this time. Calm, measured, the kind of tone that makes people lean in because they don't want to miss it. "You keep talking." She didn't finish the sentence. She didn't need to. The message was already clear. Zenith didn't back up. And that right there shifted the energy again. Because usually, in moments like this, one person steps away. Someone breaks eye contact. Someone laughs it off. Not this time. Zenith stood there, chin slightly raised, holding that same energy and matching it. Not louder but equal. Now the tension doubled. You could see people in the background reacting in real time, faces wide, hands over mouths, others grinning like they knew they were witnessing something that would be everywhere within minutes. Phones weren't just recording anymore, they were documenting a moment that could go left any second. Chrisean exhaled slowly through her nose. Her hands flexed at her sides, not clenched, but ready, like she was seconds away from deciding which direction this was going to go, forward. All controlled. Another step. Closer now, close enough that there was no space for misinterpretation. The crowd erupted again, half shouting, half warning. "Yo, don't do it. Not here." Security. But still no physical contact. Just presence, just pressure. And sometimes that's even louder. Zenith leaned slightly to the side, saying something under her breath, something only Chrisean could hear. And whatever it was, it landed. Hard. Because Chrisean's expression changed again. Not explosive, not wild. Focused. Dangerously calm. The kind of calm that doesn't come from peace, but from decision. For a split second, it looked like she might actually swing. Her shoulder shifted just enough to make security react instantly, to guards stepping forward at the same time, hands out, voices louder now. We're not doing that." The space between them finally broke, not by choice, but by force. Security moved in, placing just enough distance to stop that final step from happening. The crowd pushed harder now, trying to see past shoulders and arms. Phones stretched high above heads, capturing whatever angles they could. The moment was slipping, but the energy WSN single quotes T. Because even with people between them, they were still locked in, still talking, still reacting. Chrisean leaned slightly to the side, trying to keep that line of sight. Not yelling, still composed. But her words carried weight now, sharp, direct, undeniable. You tried it. Double quote, simple. But loaded. Zenith responded instantly, not backing down, her voice rising just enough to cut through the noise. The back and forth didn't stop it, just shifted into controlled chaos. Voices overlapping, reactions building. The situation no longer balanced on silence, it was moving fast now. Security tightened their formation. One eye on Chrisean, one on Zenith, and one on the crowd that was now fully engaged. Fully invested, because everyone knew what they just saw. That wasn't staged, that wasn't planned, that was real tension raw. Unfiltered, happening in real time, and even though no punch had been thrown, it didn't matter. The moment had already landed, the energy had already shifted, and as Chrisean finally took a half step back, just enough to create space, but not enough to disengage, you could feel it. This wasn't over, not even close. Even as the space widened and security held their line, the energy refused to drop. It lingered thick, tense, unfinished. Like the moment itself didn't want to end, Chrisean Rock stood just a step back now, but her presence hadn't changed. If anything, it felt stronger, controlled, calculated. Her eyes were still locked in the direction of Zenith Zion, who remained on the other side of that human barrier. Still talking, still matching the energy beat for beat, but now, it wasn't about getting closer. It was about who would break first. The crowd hadn't calmed down, they'd just adjusted. Phones were still in the air, voices still buzzing, people replaying what they just witnessed in real time. You could hear it in the background. Did you hear what she said? Nah, but I saw her step up. Yo, this is about to be everywhere. And they weren't wrong, because moments like this don't stay in one room. They travel fast. Chrisean shifted her stance slightly, rolling her shoulders back like she was resetting, but her expression stayed the same, focused, unbothered on the surface, but clearly still locked into the situation. She said something again, short, direct, but this time it wasn't meant to escalate. It was a statement, a line drawn. Zenith responded immediately, her tone just as sharp, just as present. No hesitation, no stepping down. And even with security between them, you could feel it, the tension still active, still alive, still waiting for an opening. But here's what changed. Neither of them moved forward. That was the difference, because just seconds ago, it felt like impact was inevitable. Like something physical was about to happen. But now, it had shifted into something else. Something quieter but not weaker. Control. The kind of control that says, I could take it there, but I'm choosing not to. Security stayed locked in position, watching every movement, every glance, every word. They weren't relaxing, not yet, because they knew just how fast moments like this can flip back. The crowd started to separate slightly. Some people stepping away now that the peak had passed. Others still glued to their screens, already uploading, already reacting, already turning this moment into something bigger than it was just seconds ago. And right in the middle of it all, Chrisean finally broke eye contact, not out of defeat, out of decision. She turned slightly to the side, exhaling, her body language loosening just a fraction. Not fully relaxed, but no longer on edge. That intense, laser focus shifted into something more composed, more contained. Zenith remained where she was, still saying a few last words. But even that started to fade as the noise of the crowd took over again. The moment was ending, but the impact, that was just the beginning, because everyone in that room knew what they had just seen. A line tested, a reaction given. A situation that could have gone completely left, but DIDN single quotes T. And sometimes that says more than anything else. No punches. No full-blown fight. But still, a moment powerful enough to shake the entire room and leave people talking long after it was over.